Well, well, well. Is Coach Willie Johnson here, the Alabama Dreamer, aka the man that makes his dreams become reality. And I want to do the same thing for you. Well, listen up. I have that question. And the question is, where are you going? And will you be ready when you get there? Where are you going? Where are you going? And will you be ready when you get there? You have to be prepared for what you ask for. If you ask God for anything in your life, you have to be prepared for it. I asked him to make me the biggest R&B singer in the world. And when things started rolling, I was not prepared for the hard work. And everything just fell to the wayside. It broke my poor heart. How many of you had a broken heart because you asked for something, and when you received it, you was not ready for it? Yeah, have you ever asked for that job that you wasn't ready for? What about that relationship that you was not ready for? And you wasn't ready for that relationship because your past was holding you back from going toward the future that you wanted to chase. So I ask this question again. Where are you going? And will you be ready when you get there? Where are you going? Everyone have gifts and talents to do great things in this world. And what each and every one of us have to understand, that just because you're not on TV, what you're doing in your life, whatever it is, that doesn't mean that it's not great. But you have to perfect your craft. Now, when I ask you the question of where are you going and what will you do when you get there, I ask that question because a lot of us will get to a place that we aren't prepared for. So we'll let our gifts and our talents get us to a place where our gifts and talents can't sustain us because we haven't done the work that we needed to do in order to stay in the place that we want to be. You have to practice your gifts before you work them. You gotta practice. Practice what you preach. You have to practice what you preach. Just because God has given you a gift and a talent does not mean that that's all you need in order for you to get to that place of happiness and success. You gotta practice. You gotta study, read, and understand the theories of life dealing with your gifts and your talents in order for you to reach the top. Now, if you want to reach the top, you gotta study, read, practice your gifts at the very bottom, behind closed doors where can't nobody see you but you and God. Yes, I felt that one right there. Now, when you take that time out to practice, read, and study, that's when it's time for you to show the world. Now, even though you have reached the top, does not mean that you stop studying and reading. That's when you really have to focus on life and your gifts and talents and the knowledge of what you're doing so that you can stay where you at. You gotta work. You gotta work at your gifts and your talents. You gotta work. Did you hear me? I said you gotta work. Would you rather live life bored, sad, miserable, because misery loves company, and the people around you, you can bring them down too if you're not chasing your dreams by using the gifts and talents that you have in order to find your joy in life? Now, you can either live life that way or you can live life by putting in the work and the time and the energy in building your dreams and stop spending time on building everybody else's. You can live in misery or you can live in happiness. Which one are you choosing? I'm choosing happiness. That's why I'm here talking to you to help you choose the right way. in the right lane. Because you have a lane for your happiness. Just like I have a lane for mine, and the next person have a lane for theirs. But we have to find our lane and walk in it. Even if the lane is crooked, it's a going over a mountain. As long as you follow your lane, you're going to start at the beginning, but you will always finish. So I'm going to leave you with these words right here. Where are you going? And will you be ready when you get there? Where are you going? You have to practice your gifts before you work them. You got to practice. Practice what you preach. You got to work. You got to work at your gifts and your talents. You gotta work. Did you hear me? I said you gotta work. If nobody in this world loves you, remember, Coach Willie loves you, and you take care of yourself. Because if you don't, then tell me, how can I help you? The Alabama Dream is out. Take care.